I was thinking back to my first musical memory ever, and I think I was about 3 or 4, and I have this memory of my mom watching Guns N' Roses' Paradise City music video, and I ran in and I did a cartwheel, and she said, "That's not dancing, that's doing a cartwheel." And so me, music has been tied to movement since my very first, earliest memory. Well, I should say I started off playing piano when I was 7 years old, and I played that for 5 years, and then it was time to switch to an instrument in 5th grade band, and you couldn't play piano. And my grandpa actually plays drums in a polka band, still plays about 5 times a week, so if I can get to his level, I think I'll be doing all right. And so we already had the drums, and that's what we decided on. I never read music. For 5 years, they thought that I was reading music, and I was basically listening to my piano teacher play it and watching her fingers and just playing it. I can read music, but still my forte is listening and the movement behind it. I was one of the only kids that ever memorized all of their pieces because it was just where your fingers go. The drummer, in a lot of ways, is the leader of the band. They're responsible for a lot of the dynamics, a lot of the push and the pull. You know, when it all boils down to, we are the timekeepers, and so to see how that interacts live, how they interact with the other musicians on stage, how they conduct themselves has just been something I've been trying to take away from the drummers that I've got to see live. Behind the scenes, you have no idea. They do that in 1 take, they do that in a million takes, you know. To see the live performance uncut, you know, in its most rawest form, like that's the drumming. Right now I'm involved in Evergreen, which is where we're at right now, our HQ for Evergreen. I'm also involved with Eli Marduk. Both of us worked at the same place at an organic grocery store, and we both worked in the vitamin section, and it just happened that their drummer had either quit or they had gotten rid of him. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he basically was drummerless for a while. And he asked me, "Do you play drums?" And I said, "Yeah, here's my stuff, see if I can make the cut." And you know, 7 days later we played our first show at the Bourbon, and 3 weeks later we were in New York touring, and yeah, so it all kind of happened very quickly. I've actually never sat down once to practice Eli's songs. So it's all been either at practice or performance. And so it's all in the mind's eye. If I practice to them, I'm just doing the air drumming and just getting the actual movements, or I'm just doing the movements in my head. And so I kind of have a matrix situation going on. You can kind of just plug me in and I'll learn the Kung Fu without actually even having to do it. When you lose it, you stop thinking about the music, and it literally just becomes pure movement. I know exactly what to do. It isn't 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just the movement, and you stop thinking of it even as music, and it's just expression. That's what's nice, especially about Evergreen, is that we all grew up together, and there isn't that weirdness when we see each other lose it in the music. But when you know each other as intimately as we do, and to lose yourselves together collectively, it can be a pretty powerful feeling. And to do that live, while you're pushing and pulling the pulse, while you're changing the dynamics, while you're creating an organic process in front of people as they're watching it and taking it in, it's the core of the humanity spirit.
I don't know what else. Awesome.